Alright everyone, Supreme Kami over here, so it is time to look at our welfare suit over here, the Raiders Gundam over here. So just a quick spin for you all here. So this unit itself does not look anything too appealing, but in terms of in-game, this pack got a lot of EXQ that I'm definitely interested into testing out. I don't even recall having in terms of EXQ to start things off, we do have a, 100 energy cannon over here. So if whenever we do have alteration for this welfare unit over here, I'm pretty sure the power wise is gonna bump up to A, so it should not A, excuse me, B, so it should do really good afterwards. So definitely excited to see how this one actually works in game and all that. Next we have a dual 52 hyper velocity shield cannon. The name, like, what I like about C and C Destiny is the name they give to all these attacks and like all these their weaponry. Like, I'm pretty sure that is like the only series that comes up with like this long of a name. So this one's gonna be your traditional magazine type EX skill, so it's gonna come in at B or A pierce right now, and then only sitting at D pierce or D power right now. So I'm pretty sure after alteration, if whenever it does, it should bump up to maybe like an A plus pierce and maybe go up to like a C power. I'm not even sure why they have not really been giving like some of them to like a B power. I think C power should still hit pretty hard, but it's definitely not going to be anywhere of like a B power or even B plus power tier. But it should still work pretty well because you do have 11 magazines, so that is pretty good, I guess. And the last but not least, we have the hammer. So this, are you pronouncing this as me near like the one from the Doors hammer and all that? But that is literally the EX there. So this one is gonna polarize the enemy with your hammer. So I am pretty sure this, in terms of animation wise, it should act similarly to the entry gray RA72 if I want to assume. So in terms of this week, we only have 6 parts that you need to upgrade to fully level 90, and that should be able to sufficiently clear your brain cells. So this is going to be a fairly easy week, I would have to say. We also do come with a pilot up itself, so this one more or less is going to be like an outrider type. So in terms of the pilot right here, we have is it Brooder? That's how you pronounce it. So this is actually not a bad trade. So for any of my Transformer tag fellows out there, this is definitely going to be a pretty sneaky good option where you can say just kind of build out like a enemy shooting power reducing type build and all that. So it's not bad actually. The stat on this one is pretty mediocre, gotta say. Like, it's pretty average. I'm not gonna dispute that fact, but I don't really see too much into like a usage at this point in time. But still a pretty good option, I would have to say. But in terms of all the other ones that you really need, in terms of those specific, let's say, awakening circuits that you will need, you are gonna need up to a 35 transformer, or sorry, 30, because I just included the pilot right there. So you are gonna need 30 of the transformer tickets. You are also gonna need 3 or 15 of the for urban area, as well as 3, so 15 for the Gundam type. So it's not that bad, I will have to say. I think urban area, I believe it's either last year or 3 weeks ago, actually was in the Welfare Exchange shop. So if you guys did manage to get that, I'm pretty sure you guys should be set for now. So let me actually do claim the biggest set, and or before that, let me actually check the stat just for a quick reference right here. I don't think the stat is anything too impressive if I would have to compare it to some more recent welfare suits, I guess, But the portrait on the portrait on this one is definitely not bad. Like, I guess the stat of this one can be really decent, I guess. Defensive value is definitely up there, but the offensive is just kind of gone. But this one is definitely a pretty good portrait because they are starting to push out a lot of these, EX skills CD reduced by 15%. So this, in a way, does help you to kind of manage your cooldown reduction build by a little bit. I know it's only 15%, it's not the 20% that will be good, but I think for any new player just starting the game, I think this is definitely gonna be something good for now until you guys can get enough resources and transition to a proper 20%, or nowadays up to 23%. So this one is still not a bad option, I gotta say. Alright, moving on to arm now. Let's see what the arm stat does. The stat is actually bad. It's not anything too impressive. Does have EX skills, so yeah. Alright. The leg wise over here, yeah, pretty similar stat to the torso, and this one the trait, piercing boosting is not that great either. Alright, moving on to the backpack. This one I'm pretty sure is gonna be, yeah, this one is awful as well. The stat of this one is pretty similar in terms of offensive, so this one is looking more or less like a pretty defensive type from this look at all these parts, I guess, you know. What about this one? This one over here, yeah, 7k only. Come on now. Yeah, I think overall the stat on this guy is actually not even that crazy good. Yeah, just kind of unfortunate. I don't think it excels on anything, I gotta say. But definitely the EX skill, I think I'll find them intriguing. I will have to assume. I don't know. I'll definitely need to test it out myself and see how that actually goes. So now, let me actually go ahead and claim the bingo set reward. I do wonder if we are still getting the same quantity of, let's say, capital like we would in terms of like a lot of parts. I'm pretty sure maybe not. I don't know. Because usually if we have like up to 8 parts or even 7 parts, they do tend to give us like 70 million. So I do have to see if we are getting that same treatment right now. Let's see. Okay, so getting the per usual, obviously the like top portion, and then in terms of the capital, yeah, we're still getting 70 million, which I probably didn't even use that much this week because there's 26 for the upgrade. So getting this is definitely good. This one is definitely a banger. Like, I think, you know what, it would make the bingo set really enticing. Like if they would have put in like a L badge, like just like if they would have put in like a pick, like whichever L badge you want as an item here, I think that would like really boost how valuable the bingo set is. But that is definitely something that they probably won't do for any time short. But I think wishful thinking can be a good thought sometime, I guess. You know, I do want them to see them like put, you know, some of the L badges like somewhere that is easy to access, I guess, because like I feel like nowadays I think a lot of people do have, you know, some good 6-star part that they're like, or just some limited part that they're in dire need to kind of alt-trade them. So yeah, like this is definitely good, but the fact that you can't really alt-trade a part after getting it, it's just kind of sad to me, you know. Just not really able to utilize its full capacity of the part. It's just like, come on man, that's brutal. Like, please give us some L badges, man. Like we need them, you know. You know, I do hope that eventually, in terms of the hardship store, they can actually put in a few, maybe like at the cost of 300 again. I mean 300 is a little bit expensive. Even 300, it can be expensive, but I think it can be a good way for just players to just kind of alter the part, you know. So let me actually do now. What is it? Roll on the premium castle banner and see what we can get. So I actually do have 2. I'm probably just gonna use 1 today. Yeah, so let me do see what I can get. Let me actually sell all the 3-star parts, and do let me know what did you guys get in terms of your guaranteed part in here and all that. Definitely interested to know what you guys can get. Like, have any of you guys actually gotten like maybe up to like 3 to 4 gold parts in here? I'm pretty interested to know the data on that. So I don't think I ever gotten more than 2, I believe, of like the time I'm doing this, right? Like doing this summon right here. I don't believe so. Never actually, if I recall. So looks like it's gonna be all 3-star parts so far. Okay, not even a purple. That's sad. If we at least get, alright though, so that's our goal right there. And what do we get? Is this turn A? I don't think I have this. Yeah, this is a new parts for me, so I'll definitely take that, I guess, you know. What is it? Well, this one could be actually pretty good. So this one's gonna be one of your, you know, enemy power reducing type trait right here. So could be good, you know, up to alteration, definitely. But I think right now I do have a pretty good leg install on my build, so definitely not gonna be investing into any new reduction trait right there. But now let me hop into a quick, probably I'm gonna hop into maybe like a maybe my own creative mission and just kind of test things out and just see how the EX actually looks like. And yeah. Alright, so we are at my creative mission over here. So I just want to quickly test with the EX skill. I'm not really going to care too much about what kind of damage we can do. So I think, yeah, I did actually set this to 0 damage. So alright. So what kind of range are we looking at though? That's the... Oh, it's actually pretty far. So it's actually not bad. Not too bad at all. What about this one? Alright, so this is like pretty generic one. So what kind of range could we potentially get? Alright, that is actually pretty far, you know. Alright, almost did. And so I could see like the rocket launching, like to kind of, yeah. What about this one over here? Alright, so this is a non-EX skill, like, what am I saying? This is like a like a cinematic type because this is strictly firing off, so you're not gonna get like any fancy short cutscene on that. So alright. But the range on this one is actually pretty good. Like it does tend to miss if you go anything further, I guess, you know. Obviously, in terms of using these magazine type, you do purely want them to be as close as possible. So you want to be like, you know, around here should be pretty good. And this one does have some pretty good range into it. Like maybe around here. I think around here is probably like where you want to be. Because like, yeah, like, I wonder why it's a little bit further. Like, well, I guess he backed up. Because I try to be right here and then he just backs up like. Alright, I think that range actually would hit like around this area. That is how far the hammer can kind of lunge forward. And this one is just really firing it, so it's not going to be like anything too crazy, I guess. But definitely good to have it on the head part, I guess, you know, for, you know, whatever purposes you want it to be. But alright, it's not that bad. So yeah, you know, that is going to be pretty much it. Do let me know how do you guys feel about the EX skill. I know they're not really like anything too of a out of normal, I guess, you know. But definitely still cool to have these as for collection purposes. And do let me know how do you guys feel about Radiance Gundam as well. Do you guys like it, dislike it, you know, from the original Seed? And then are you guys excited to get, you know, potential later on the Calamity as well as Forbidden, just to complete the trio right here? Because I recall the one for the Seed Destiny that's actually completed. What's it be like Gaia, Abyss, and then what was the other one? Chaos. So that line is completely done. We're just right now waiting for the C version to be completed. But you know, with that being said, that is going to be pretty much it with this video, and I'll catch you guys all on the next one.